Hey, Sister Sultanas, this is a special add-on to the segment today. Before the now I wrote something about the Supreme Court's decision, so I'll be looking at some copy, but we all know how sad and desperate and pissed off we all are with women's rights being knocked down by the Supreme Court. And it was this date, last Friday, July 1, 2022, and I'm looking at my notes, so please don't think I'm not paying attention to you. When the Supreme Court officially reversed Roe versus Wade and took away our ability to have choice with what we do with our bodies. So in this segment, before this happened, I had this idea that we have to start a movement, and it has to be the Sultanas that lead a movement called the second wave of second wave feminism. We have to re-engage and reignite, that is the word, reignite our work and our devotion to get our rights back, essentially. It's amazing that young women will come of age with fewer rights than what we had, than their mothers and grandmothers like us. How could this happen? It's unbelievable. Okay, so just some history. We fought for these rights in the 1960s to 70s as young women. We fought for our human rights with the passing of Roe versus Wade in 1973, Title IX in 1972, Equal Pay Act in 1963, and Civil Rights Bill in 1964. We fought for women's right to choose. We fought for birth control, wage and workforce equity, and affordable childcare. These are the same issues we have to fight for again. So I am saying today that we as Sultanas, we have to rise up and we have to lift up the second wave of second wave feminism. We have to support our young people. Our young women in particular, we have to get them, vote them in, use our vote, and get women in power. It's time for the old white men to go. It's time to join the movement, the second wave of second wave feminism. As elders joining with young women to create lives of choice and fulfillment. So this next segment is the initial idea of second wave, the second wave of second wave feminism. What do I mean by second wave of second wave feminism? Simply this. There are many smart women, elders. COVID defined us as the elderly with underlying conditions. We are mostly college educated, mostly white, boomers to bloomers, who have been granted an extra cycle of aging, one that is maybe healthy, mostly healthy, and full of awareness, integrating our professional, working family, our personal lives as we step into our final years of saging and engaging as old butterfly sultanas. We believe that we are valuable in the circle of creation. No matter what the matter, our experiences plus we have the time, ability, and determination to engage, to sage and engage, to be available to younger women for coaching, encouragement, and resourcing their businesses and entrepreneurial organizations. So we Sultanas, still trying to define us after living for 50 years more, the highs and lows are roles of workers, job creators, thinkers, mothers, caregivers, professionals. We stand again as sisters in a sisterhood caring for each other and reasserting our voice, still standing up for women's and children's rights. And what is going on with the conversation about women's right to choose? This is so enraging when you talk about the second wave feminism. We were talking about that in the 70s, demanding our rights. And now, in the year 2022, we are dealing with a very controlling male possibility of the governance over our own body. And this is not good. And we have a saying with Old Butterfly Sultanas, and that is, we call BS. And that saying is from the young people at Parkland during that massacre, maybe 5 years ago, right near where I live in Florida. And I went to listen to those young people as they activated their voices, and they were talking about gun control, and these arrogant white male legislators said to them, oh, you can't control gun control. You can't do anything about gun control. And they shouted out, we call BS. And as Old Butterfly Sultanas, we move through our lives and we can see a lot of dysfunctional systems. And we call BS, which means we got to look into it. We got to see where the truth is, where human rights exist. What kind of world do we want? So we call BS. And you know what? I'm kind of using it in my personal life. I'm using it with relationships. I'm using it with how I help run our business. So every once in a while we can breathe in our mighty butterfly breath and breathe out our power to stand tall and to look into what's not working. Choose your battles, because on the flip side of that, sultanas are very protective of our time. Our prana, our life force, is what allows us to move through the earth, and we don't allow that to dribble out. So we ask of ourselves clarity, love, and respect, and we ask that of others in a compassionate voice, sometimes not so compassionate, but we do garner and honor our prana, the life force. So with that said, we can also have a great saying, another pin that you'll get from Sultana for your Sultana hat, not my monkey, not my circus. And what does that mean? It means we move through our lives, and as things come at us, we make a determination. Does that really have anything to do with me? Or all my fears and projections about other people, is that really my business? And no, it isn't. I'm going to reclaim those hours of prana. And I'm going to just say, not my monkey, not my circus. And I'm going to empty out and empty out and empty out till I can just be and glow and be with the flow. And really, that's who we are. The tribe of Old Butterfly Sultanas. So I can't wait to see you next week, where maybe I'll know a little bit more about the second wave of second feminism. The only thing I just want to punctuate is we have an unusual 10 or 15 years of health, we in great numbers. And we are, as our generation has always been curious and pushing and seeking and creating and inventing and innovating, we still are doing that in the second wave of second wave feminism. Okay, Glorious Dynam, we love you. Bye.